Hey everyone, this is BlackRocketC and welcome back to another episode of Underdog Mechs, where I look at the worst mechs in the game today. In this video, we'll look at the awesome 8V, which a lot of players who are fairly new to the game probably don't even know exists. I bought this mech when you had to buy 3 variants of a chassis to master any one. So after getting the 2 obvious awesome variants, the AQ and 8R, for the third I kind of randomly chose the 8V because it sounded cool. Maybe because the V sounded like it stood for victory. Now that you no longer need to buy 3 variants to fully skill a mech, is there a reason to buy this awesome? I don't really think so. The non-LRM awesomes have always been pretty mediocre to downright bad due to its wide hitboxes, low engine cap on most variants, and relatively low mounts. Even if you're like me and are a fan of the awesome chassis, there's too much overlap between the 3 mixed missile and energy variants, the Pretty Baby, the 8T, and 8V. For the Pretty Baby, due to its good missile heat gen and cooldown quirks, I've made it into an MRM boat. The AT seems to have better energy than missile quirks, and although the energy hardpoints are pretty bad, if it gets into a situation where it can play a support role, the laser build on it has the DPS to do some work. I've done previous videos on these 2 variants, so check the description for these links. For the 8V, what I really would have liked to do was to play some kind of laser SRM brawler. I think that would have been a good way for PGI to distinguish it from everything else. However, the Awesome doesn't have either the agility or durability that makes other brawlers good, so this was not going to work. Trust me, I've tried it and it was a complete fail. If the structure quirks were turned into armor quirks and the chassis was giving some more twist speed, I think it could have been at least viable. However, as it is now, the Awesome still needs to play at some range, so with the 8V having a good balance of hardpoints between missile energy, we're going to do a laser and MRM loadout for this guy. The PB is heavily focused on MRMs, where much of the firepower in our 8V is going to come from the standard large lasers. If I can point to any notable features on the 8V, it's that at least all the missile hardpoints are on one single side torso, which makes MRM convergence better than the AT or Pretty Baby. You also don't carry any significant arm weapons, so you can arm shield with both sides unlike the PB. Regarding the choice of MRMs, the triple 20s are slightly cooler than double 30s, but not by much. You only give up tonnage, which is what the engine-limited awesome variants can spare. On this build, you can also take off the arm laser for a heatsink if you feel it's too hot. But primarily you want to control heat by limiting your fire. For gameplay, because of how easy it is to CT an awesome, we'll need to try to avoid too much attention, and ideally engage from the sides or near other friendlies. This is not as easy as it sounds with the Awesome due to its size and 300 rating engine cap, but this is the only way you're going to make it work. For skills, we have to balance between the laser and missile skill nodes. Heat gen is important and so is cooldown for missiles. I like to get all the laser duration nodes, but in my mind, lasers take lower priority than the MRMs, so we'll skip these. We'll also max out survivability and cool run. Okay, let's get into a match. Okay, this is a match on Hibernal Rift. Hibernal Rift, as played in the solo queue, does not offer a lot of static range trades. So the way that you do have to take advantage of the range of the MRMs and lasers initially, but you don't really get a lot of time to do this. The other problem is that the MRMs are kind of slow and they can often miss targets at its max range. So ideally for this map we're gonna have to get a little bit closer, but still try not to get as much attention as you would maybe like with other mechs. So we're sticking with our lights even. I mean, like, any teammates is helpful here. I mean, you don't really want to be alone in an awesome. It's almost as if the assault is supporting lights, but you do have to play cautiously. So our team is about to drop into the canyon with a couple of assaults. We have the Muller here, we have the Ebon Jaguar here. Can stay back just a little bit and try not to get focused on. You can see here that we're running hot. Again, the way that you control it is to control the heat is just to not fire the lasers and fire the MRMs periodically. So right now we're just doing, as we said, just not trying to get too much attention. But we will have to tank a little bit. Um, and get out in front. The Mauler did die for the team. Have to watch out for the Raven. Okay, just overheating a little bit, and that's why it's nice to have the override on, so as to not shut down. I do wish the Awesome got armor quirks instead of structure quirks. As you can see, like right now, the side torsos already opened up, and that makes the large lasers vulnerable to getting critted out. So this Mad Cat build, it can be dangerous. But we were able to take out one of its side torsos, but we need to kind of get out of there and let our team do some damage. This also does have substantial firepower, it's just that you have to use them in the right situations. I think you can see like enemy AMSs shooting down some of our MRMs. Oh, I'm just overheating right now. I have to get to a safe spot and shut down. So if I shut down over there, that would have been bad. But yeah, I was still cooking myself, and luckily, like not all of that heat damage went to my CT, so I got away there, luckily. But our team is ahead 9-5, so we should be able to clean this up. Just need to keep myself safe and just add a little bit of support. Just play super cautiously. Can't take any more shots, even from like a Raven, really. Even a Raven would be trouble for me. And that is the end of the match. Well, as you can see, the 8V can do well, but it's highly situational and you have to be super cautious when you play it. However, when you do get this and other underdog mechs to work, it can be really satisfying. I'd love to see more of these on the battlefield, and no matter how a pilot does in this chassis, if I see anyone take it out, in my eyes, they're already a winner for having the courage to pilot it. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll link my Underdog Mech series in the description. Make sure to subscribe to this channel for more content like this, and I'll see you next time.